After the biological daughter was found, my adoptive parents kicked me out of the house. Before I could even feel sad, an ethereal woman swept me into her arms. Her eyes were red and teary as she exclaimed, "My daughter. I've finally found you." It turned out my true identity was that of a wealthy heiress lost among commoners. After finishing my part-time job, I headed home with newly bought gifts. Before I even stepped inside, my adoptive mother tossed a suitcase at me. "Nicole has been found. You, the fake one, should leave now." At 6 years old, my adoptive parents brought me home from the orphanage. I thought a life of happiness was beginning, but it turned out to be the first step into a life of torment. On my very first day home, my so-called brother sprayed me with a water gun until I was soaked to the bone. I ran a fever for a day and night, nearly burning my brain out. My adoptive father sat on the sofa, glancing at me indifferently. Then, flipping through his newspaper, he said, "Behave yourself. Don't covet what isn't yours." My adoptive mother was kind to me for a while, but she probably realized I wasn't her biological child and gradually stopped caring. I stood silently at the bottom of the stairs for a few seconds, then lifted my head and nodded obediently. "Okay, I understand." Picking up the suitcase from the ground, I felt a mix of sadness and joy. My lips almost curled into a smile. After all, my life at home was worse than that of a maid. Every day before dawn, I had to get up and make breakfast: vegetarian for my adoptive mother, meat for my adoptive father, gluten-free for my brother. Taking care of this whole family wore me out, burdening me with responsibilities far beyond my years. They could have hired a nanny and paid her a salary, but me? I was pure unpaid labor. Still, they raised me to adulthood, so I owed them some courtesy. So I said, "Mom and Dad, thank you for taking care of me all these years. When you're old, I'll take care of you." But I think they misunderstood me, assuming I was eyeing their inheritance. My adoptive father snorted coldly, flashing an "I knew it" look, then tossed a piece of paper at me with authority. I caught it, a declaration of severed ties. This meant I'd have no connection to them anymore, nor any obligation to support them. Perhaps, deep down, they did harbor a tiny shred of affection for me. I swiftly signed my name, pressed my fingerprint, and even managed to squeeze out 2 fake tears. "Mom, Dad, brother, I'm leaving. Here are the gifts I brought for you, consider them parting gifts." I handed over the prepared presents, turning my back so I wouldn't have to look at them. A gasp echoed from the steps. "LV. Harper, where did you get the money to buy luxury goods?" The voice belonged to Nicole, the biological daughter my adoptive parents had just reclaimed. After all this time, I looked at her for the first time, pale, delicate features, a face like a palm, and a thick aura of mean girl vibes wafting on the breeze. I put on a look of hurt. "Of course I earned it myself. But it's so expensive, Harper." "You didn't buy," though she didn't finish. We both knew the unspoken words, "fake goods."